Hi, I'm Amanda from Little Ones, and today I'm going to be answering the question, should I be stopping night feeds? So we're never going to tell you to stop night feeds, and it depends on a lot to do with the age of the baby and also how many feeds they're having. If your newborn baby is having 5 or 6 feeds a night, then that probably is what your baby needs. If your 6-month-old baby is having 5 or 6 feeds a night, then there might be something that we need to have a look at there. But we wouldn't be saying stop night feeds. It would be look at the daytime first, look at the settling ability, make sure that your baby is able to fall asleep and they're not actually just waking and having a feed just purely to go back to sleep. So we would look at the whole day first, and this is for a baby of any age. We would first be looking at their naps, settling ability, and then if after a couple of weeks of your baby being able to settle by themselves and nap well during the day, and that they're not waking overnight because they're tired or undertired or overtired or they've need you to go back to sleep, then we would hope that once your baby has been following our program for a couple of weeks, that the night feeds would actually naturally start reducing. If then the wakes are still happening, once your baby is over 8 months and they're on a couple of good solid meals a day and they're feeding well during the day and they're still waking a couple of times at night, I would want to know, is your baby then feeding well during the day? If your baby isn't feeding well during the day, it could be that because they're filling up on milk overnight, they're just genuinely not hungry enough to be able to feed well during the day. So having a little bit of structure to the day, making sure they're feeding well, and then maybe looking at why they're waking overnight. Are they actually getting cold? Or, there's a couple of different reasons like that could be causing those night wakes. Another thing that we could be looking at to figure out if that night wake is actually a habit rather than actually hunger is if the night wake is at the same time every night. So if you've got one wake and it's always at 2:55 a.m. and you could set your alarm and you'll know that your baby is going to wake at that time, then that's more than likely a habit wake rather than a genuine hunger wake. If you suspect that your baby has indeed got a habit wake and it is at the same time every night, then our sleep programs do have quite a few methods of how to deal with habit wakes and what to look for first to make sure that it actually is indeed a habit wake. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for lots more free baby sleep videos just like this one.